From the air we breathe to the water we drink, the food we eat, and the ground we stand on, everything we see and sometimes don't see is part of the environment. But what exactly is the environment? In ecology, it is everything that influences the behavior, reproduction, and survival of organisms. Yes, even you. So stand by because this is Bio 160, the environment and everything in between. The environment consists of five elements, and we start off with the abiotic and biotic elements. Take it away, Julian.
Start off with abiotic. According to National Geographic, abiotic factors are non-living physical and chemical components of nature, which determine the type and number of organisms to exist within an environment, as well as their growth and survival. Some of the common abiotic factors include the atmosphere, climate, soil, and water. The next element is the biotic. On the other hand, biotic factors are the living components of nature that affect other organisms or shape the environment from which they thrive in by their presence or biological byproduct. Interactions of biotic factors from the flora to the fauna is necessary for the reproduction of new species and to fulfill essential requirements such as food, etc. Together, abiotic and biotic components of nature are working together in keeping a unique ecosystem stable or balanced. To discuss the next elements with you, here is Pau.
Next on the docket is resources. Resources are anything of value to organisms. They support living systems and come in both living and non-living elements. Some are renewable like water, light, air, and plants for food. And then there are some that are non-renewable, which means they could be depleted, like oil, coal, and natural gas. And now on to the next. Take the floor, Tom.
We will now be exploring the habitat. According to Rodriguez and Molinier in 2008, a habitat is an area where the individuals of a species live. They listed three parameters of how a habitat is defined. First, it can be defined using its general physical features. Examples of these are the type of vegetation, soil structures, and water. Habitat can also be defined by the general characteristics that are suitable enough to support the activities of the individuals. Lastly, it can be defined by the specific portion of the environment that individuals devote for a specific activity. These specific activities are foraging and breeding, among others. The specific area within the habitat that the individuals occupy is called a microhabitat. According to National Geographic, it has unique conditions that may not be present in the habitat at large. For example, a rainforest is a habitat that provides food and space for millipedes and as well as ideal vegetation cover and soil structures. Specifically, according to Brusca, Moore, and Schuster in 2016, their microhabitat is either the leaf litter or the soil where they burrow. And to discuss with you the final element, here's Pauline.
Finally, we discuss niche. According to Polichova and Stork in 2019, there are three main approaches in conceptualizing ecological niches. The first is the concept of niche as the description of the requirements necessary for the persistence of the population of a species. These requirements can include abiotic factors, food availability, microhabitat characteristics, and safety from predation. The second is the concept of niche as the ecological function of a species contributing to the ecosystem dynamics. Each species has a role to fill. For instance, the niche of pollinators, decomposers, predators, and foragers, among others. The third approach combines concepts of the first two, emphasizing on the dynamism of the position of a species within the ecosystem. It considers the requirements necessary to maintain the population of a species, but it also notes its role and how it can be modified depending on its coexistence with other organisms, especially in interspecific interactions. For instance, a species may be able to live in a specific type of environment or its fundamental niche, but it will only occupy a narrower range or its realized niche due to the existence of competitors. And that ends the discussion about niche.
Everything around, seen and unseen, living or non-living, are what makes the environment, including you. So the next time you ever wonder whether you belong, remember, you're among what makes the environment. I am Pao.
I am Jullienne.
I am Tom.
I am Pauline, and this is
The environment and everything in between.